r/ask Reddit. What's a superstition that's so ingrained in society that we don't realize it's a superstition anymore? Telling someone God bless you when they sneeze. Black cats are bad luck. Cats that are black or black and white are more likely to die without owners than other type of cat. Edit. Thanks to the replies, I've learned that the cat sacrifices I talked about earlier were a myth. So I edited it out. Really sorry about that, guys. Carrots greatly improve your eyesight. It was a lie the British told to World War II German spies to convince the Germans that that was the reason they could shoot down so many planes, disguising the fact that they had invented radar. It's not an engagement without a diamond ring proposal. People frequently describe sharp, sudden pains as stabbing pains, and in distant history thought they were actually caused by invisible arrows fired by woodland elves, called elf shit. It's bad luck for the groom to see his bride in her wedding gown on the day of the ceremony until the wedding begins. Knocking on wood to break a jinx is awfully ingrained in society. Crossing your fingers. Telling someone not to just say that something will go well because you don't want to jinx it. I ask because I have a friend who claims he is not superstitious at all, and I'm trying to find something that makes him superstitious. Not so much a superstition as a myth. But you have to wait an hour after eating to go swimming. Pretty sure death will come to me if I ever open an umbrella indoors. And when I see someone do it, I automatically wince because I know their life force is about to be taken from them. How many mothers died from cracks? Walking under a ladder. Suppose there are a couple of reasons not to do that. God, the afterlife, and religion. People actually believe that prayer works. In 2019, people actually believe in angels, demons, evil, good, and a cosmic sun count by a super almighty all-powerful all-knowing, all-invisible sky daddy in the sky that's gonna right all the wrongs and kiss all the boo-boos of the world and fix correct for injustices you've accumulated in your life after you die. After you die. Listen. Religion sells you an insurance policy for a supposed afterlife. One that you can cash in only after you die. There's no way for someone else to prove or verify if this insurance policy pays out because you're dead and can't rise from the grave to sue the invisible sky daddy for breach of contract when it fails to materialize. Achoo, God bless you. Addendum. The word goodbye is a contraction of God be with ye. Karma. Think about it. Star signs. Vaccines are bad. Jinxing a sports team. No way the Patriots lose the Super Bowl this year. All of their players will remain healthy for the remainder of the season. Cheering for a sports team on TV. They can't hear you. Opening umbrellas inside. Despite the fact that it does nothing. People are deeply afraid of opening an umbrella inside. I remember being yelled at as a kid by my mom for opening one in a store. I never see anyone open an umbrella unless they are outside, which is commonly seen as normal custom. The devil. People in this century, people who wear suits and run political campaigns, believe that an evil spirit with horns is plotting to destroy them. Nurses will murder people who say a shift is key. We aren't allowed to say the Q word. I don't believe I. But it's fun to give each other hell about saying it or getting to blame someone when shit hits the fan. Injecting dead viruses is the same as infecting someone. Our flat planet rides upon the backs of 4 elephants who are standing upon the Great Turtle A2. The use of wind chimes. A lot of people forget that they were once a ward against evil spirits. Not to swallow gum. It's perfectly safe to and passes just as fast as anything else. But instead an old superstition about it being stuck in our digestive tract causes people to litter the stuff everywhere. Ghosts. Totally ghosts. Holding your breath when driving by a cemetery. Just in time for the holidays. Christmas colors are red, green, and white. Blood on snow to bring back the green plants after winter. Pagan tradition of blood sacrifice to ensure spring would come back each year. Not speaking ill of the dead. They're not coming back to haunt you. There is a greeting in Finland. Terve. which means healthy. Back in the day, Finns used to think words had magical powers, so they would summon each other health when they met. We still do it. I heard that the fear of 13 came from early Christians because Judas was the 13th disciple and ended up being bad luck in the end. But because of this fear, when they were building the early calendars, despite the fact that there are 13 moon phases, they decided to haphazardly chop up our months into 12 uneven blocks with different numbers of days for each one instead of an even and simple 13. Imagine if every month had exactly 28 days. Every month would always start on the same day. Each month would have the same number of days. 28 x 13 equals 364. Add one more for New Year's Day. Kodak tried to reinstate the international fixed calendar in the 1920s. But nobody would adopt such a blasphemous logical system of measurement. To be fair, at that point it was probably not the fear of the number 13 preventing the change, but just the sheer amount of effort it would take to flip society over to a new system would have been nice. Though, why do I gotta pay the same amount of rent for February as I do for January? That's 3 extra days. Bad luck comes in threes. I usually see this in the context of celebrity deaths. The Farmer's Almanac. It's never been through peer review. It supposedly uses secret equations and the positions of celestial bodies, astrology anyone? To predict weather. But you chartres chimay. They're over 80% accurate. That number is self-reported using standards they establish. That a full moon brings out the crazies. I think this is mostly confirmation bias. Here's one source. https://www.washingtonpost.com/news/speaking-of-dash-science/wp/2016/4/dear-change-human-behavior/ Clinking glasses and saying cheers before you take a sip of your drink. If I remember correctly, it used to be a thing in feudal England where warring factions made peace with each other by clinking their huge beer ale mugs, thereby spilling a bit of their drink into the other person's mug to ensure they haven't been poisoned. Sugar makes children hyperactive. No, not even short term. It's almost impossible to convince people otherwise. That capitalism rewards hard work. Carrying the bride over the threshold. Vitamin C cures colds. Pushing code on Friday always guarantees a broken build. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Wear a jacket. You'll catch a cold. That turning on the indoor car lights while driving is illegal. Luck. You'll find that just about everyone has little things they do in order to affect their luck. Whether it's avoiding cracks on sidewalks to ward off bad luck, or blowing on dice before a throw to bring on good luck. Around here a lot of people learn that if you leave your flip-flops or shoes face down on the ground, your mother will die. It got so ingrained in my mind that I can't stand the sight of a face down flip-flop and I have the urge to turn it face up lol. Blowing out the candles on a birthday cake. I can think of two. Getting a cramp when getting into water, beach or pool, and sitting too close to the TV. They were created by annoyed parents trying to keep their kids in line. The equivalent of using fear to get their kids to do what they want in a way. Poor people are bad. Middle names. People made middle names and then didn't tell others what it was because in order to put a curse on someone you need their full name. If someone has a legal middle name and you don't know it, then you can't curse them. Never referring to the Scottish play by its actual name inside a theatre. I'm in a theatre and therefore cannot day it. I am not superstitious. Just a little stitious. If you're not properly dressed when it is cold outside you will get sick, catch a cold. That carrots give you better eyesight. Or that a dart should be high in grains. Not superstitious. Just stitious. 13 being an unlucky number. Unlucky 13. To the point where buildings won't have a floor 13. Not having 13th floors in buildings. Third time's a charm. I don't know about society, but people seem to know what is happening when I knock on wood when I say something that could bite me in the ass later. Not a society thing. But in my house, there is a superstition where you can't touch a broom with your feet. Now after so many years, I physically can touch one or step on one. The head side of a penny is lucky. Any and every holiday tradition. You'll catch a cold if you go outside with wet hair. A cold is a virus which must be caught from someone else. Making noise at midnight on New Year's Eve to scare away the evil spirits. 8-letter passwords with at least one capital letter, symbol and number. Changed every 3 months. The whole idea of Halloween now. Just totally skipping out on the spiritual meaning. Knocking on wood to make sure we don't jinx anything. That if you've had a bad run like at the casino, you're due for a good run. Not how probability or binomial distribution works. The cold rain will give you a runny nose or make you sick. Sugar makes you hyper. Thanks for watching, mate. Make sure to smash that star button for more high quality content.